Welcome to Action Coaching. Certainly we're delighted that you join us on today. We know that everybody needs a coach in life, and Action Coaching is designed to coach your God-given ability that God has already placed in you, out of you, so that you can live your best life now. And we are excited about you being a part of Action Coaching on today. You're watching us on YouTube, then want to make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching us on Facebook, hit like, let others know, share Action Coaching with them, because we would love for them to be a part of what God is giving us concerning Action Coaching. And I trust that you'll be richly blessed. Now, if you got any questions or anything you want to ask us, reach out on social media about something we've taught on Action Coaching, and maybe during another session I can cover your question, because we would love to hear from you concerning these coaching tips. Because we don't have time in each Action Coaching session to get in depth about everything. We just have to cover a few points and hope that they will just kind of motivate you to act further on them. So certainly we're excited about it. This week on Action Coaching, we're going to talk about dreams and visions. Now, there's a big difference in a dream and in a vision. So let's first go with the dream. A lot of times people can have dreams, and they were watching something when they were going to sleep. Or sometimes you can have a dream about something that inwardly you don't have the ability to do. And so that's kind of a dream. However, a vision is when God shows you a picture of things He's already placed in you. For instance, a person can't have a vision of being a basketball player or a great basketball player, and they don't even know how to play basketball. They don't even have the ability to play basketball. And that's not a knock. Their ability may be in putting together computers or doing something else. There are a host of ways, trust me, that you can be a billionaire in this life that we are living in. Not all money is made in sports, but there are a lot of people that are making a host of money through technology, through things. But however, you want to tap into your God-given vision for you. So usually what God will do is tap into your inner gifting and cause you to see a vision of what's on the inside of you. Every vision starts inside out. I like to say they have what they call, in our time, they call it television. What is television doing? When you watch a show or watch a movie, it is just simply telling you a vision that was in somebody's mind, and thus you're watching it on the screen. So a lot of times when God shows you a vision, He's telling you about the potential you already have in you, the gifts that He placed in you. And you can go a host of years and never realize the talent or the ability that you have. I did it. I didn't know I was capable of doing what I'm doing today. If you came and told me, I would have bet you that I wouldn't turn into what I am today, because I didn't know all of that was inside of me. But however, I had a vision. And the vision showed me what was on the inside of me. Now understand, a vision is not having something tangible at that particular point. You know, people use the expression, well, I believe it when I see it. Well, that's kind of an oxymoron. If you see it, you don't have to believe it. You're seeing it. But do you believe in something you do not yet see physically yet. That's what vision is all about. Do you have a dream that nobody else sees but you? And you're striving toward it. Do you have a picture in your head what you can be, the great possibilities that are in store for you? That is what vision is all about. Now we live in a world where people are consistently having visions. God is showing so many things, but so many times people have dreams of something they'll never be able to do. That's not their gifting. That's not their calling. That's not what they're supposed to do in life. Everybody got a gift. Everybody got a talent. Not everybody got the same talent. I mean, I could dream all I want that I'll be an astronaut. But if I don't have the ability to figure out all of the necessary things that have to go along with being an astronaut, perhaps that ain't my vision. That's not what I'm capable of doing. But however, there's so many other things that I'm capable of doing that's where my vision needs to be focused on. Some people are capable of just cooking like never before. Now, everybody don't have that gift, but some people are capable of that's their gift. They can just do it. They can't explain it, but they just do it. Well, that's their vision. And if they focus on their vision or their talent, then God can supply a host of needs for them. And the problem is that most people have too many visions going on in their head at one time. Do what you do best first, and that will allow you to branch out into other things. I like to say it this way. When I was in college, one of the ways I made it through, one of my jobs was I was a lifeguard. Now, those of you that don't know what a lifeguard do, obvious, at the swimming pool, you have lifeguards in case somebody gets in trouble or jump into the 10 feet when they need to be in the 3 feet. And so that's the purpose of a lifeguard, to make sure that there's a person that can pull you out of a jam in case you got in one. Now I'm gonna tell you, at least 20 times during the summer season where everybody swims, I consistently had to pull people out of 10 feet, 9 feet that couldn't even swim. Now I'm thinking, you know you can't swim. Why in the world are you in the 10 feet and the 9 feet, since you know you can't swim? But they just consistently jump into the water, and ultimately it gets them in trouble. And of course, being the lifeguards, you have to dive out and save them. I said all that to say is, some people's vision is somebody else's idea for them, and not the one that God then gave you the gift and the talent to do. And of course, if you do your gift and your talent, and you do the first one correctly, it'll allow you to go into so many other areas, because visions are not singular. They bring along a host of other things that go along with the vision. And it calls you to prosper and experience a great life. So visions are important. The Bible says in the book of Habakkuk, it says, write the vision, make it plain, so that he that reads it can run with it. Now, I'm going to give you some points on, first of all, how do you facilitate a vision? Once you see it, the first thing you need to do is research. And that's what people don't do. Just because you got an idea, that don't mean somebody else don't say or have the same idea, or maybe even doing it better, but you got to research. You got to learn about the vision that you see that God has given you first. What are the necessary things you need to achieve your vision? Have you studied? Have you looked around? Have you done the necessary research so that when you decide to embark on your vision, you're already studied up on the necessary things you need to try to achieve to make your vision come to pass? Well, for instance, if you got a vision of driving a car, well, first thing you got to do is learn all the rules that are necessary with driving the car to get your license so you can drive the car. And then the second thing you need to do is you got to get a car or get somebody to let you use a car. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you when I pick up where I left off here. We're talking about visions. I left off talking about how then you got to get the car, or if somebody will let you drive the car. And even after you get the car and you get your license, still you got to do research on how to navigate the traffic on the road. You're not out there by yourself. There are thousands of people driving every day, so you got to do research. So many times people can have a dream or a vision and just run off and don't do the research. Don't do the studying and wonder why did it fail? Because they didn't do the research necessary to fulfill the dream that they have the gift and the ability to do. The scripture I just quoted is where it said, write the vision. Make it plain. In other words, put it down so that you will have some research on the vision. Now somebody said, well, how will you know when the vision come to pass? When it looks like what you wrote down. And that's the key thing in vision. Second of all, I read a book one time, and this particular book quoted that most people have at least 4 or 5 visions every month that can cause them to live like millionaires forever. And they have this each and every month. Now somebody said, well, is that true? I'm not a millionaire yet. No, the problem is, out of those 4 or 5 visions, very few people act upon them. Have you ever went out and you thought about something you were gonna do, and you kept procrastinating and you didn't do it? And then all of a sudden you see somebody else doing what you had thought about 2 or 3 months ago, and you be like, man, I should have acted on it when I saw it. That's the problem. When you get a vision, the time to go is now. The time to start preparing is now. The time to grab a hold of it is now. The Bible is consistently talking about people who saw visions, who had dreams, and those dreams came to pass. God ain't stopped giving people visions, and I am in the business of coaching people to act upon your vision. Go for it. Don't look at the forces that are against you. Look at the fact that you have already seen it. I like to say it this way. You cannot see something that have not already been completed for you. That's how you can see it. A lot of times in a vision, God will show you what He's already created for you, and then He'll bag you up and get you started toward what He's shown you. He shows it to you because that'll keep you focused. You'll know what it looks like when it's supposed to come to pass. And that's how you got to keep your focus. If you had a vision of a car or a house or any level in life, when you see it, you'll focus and you'll go toward it. And when you arrive to what you saw, then you'll know that visions can come to pass. This is a great age we're living in. This is the age of imagination, the age of dreams and revelations, the age that people, if they act on an idea, they could be all over the world in a short time. How many times we look on social media and however crazy, whatever the particular person is doing, and you look down there and 1 million people is viewing it, or 2 million people is viewing it, just because they acted on a vision or a dream that they had the ability to do. Now, you can't put something out there that you're an expert dancer and you can't dance at all and expect somebody to watch that. But based on your gift and talent, you can use that, you can put it out there, and you can have a host of people following you. That's why visions are so powerful. A vision changed my life. A vision turned everything around. A vision took me into places that I never thought I would go. Allowed me to minister in countries that the only thing I knew about them was they were on a map or on the globe. I never visualized me going there, but that's what a vision can do. God is giving visions to His men and women on today. And I'm encouraging you to act on your dream, act on the vision that God has shown you. Because if you can see it, it's going to come to pass in the name of Jesus. Now I want to share this last point before my time is up. Understand, you see it, it's going to come to pass, but it don't mean it's going to be easy. There are going to be some things that try to knock you off the path that you're on. Most of the time when people mess up or don't succeed, they stop focusing on what's important and get caught up in what I like to call the abstract. The abstract is you get caught up in stuff that don't fulfill you, it don't benefit you. All they do is just take you away from the main thing that's going to bless you. When God gave me a vision, I understood I had to let some things go, some places go, some people go, because if I was going to achieve this, I had to stay focused. I could not allow nothing to knock me off focus because I wanted to achieve the vision that I saw for myself. And you can do the same thing. You focus on the vision that God has given you. We living in a time where just when people say something is impossible, somebody do it. How many times have you heard people say, well, that's impossible, but yet somebody is doing it? So that must mean it's not impossible if somebody is doing it. Even when I was growing up, I remember people said, man will never land on the moon. You land on the moon. So now it's probably somebody's talking about landing on some of the other planets out there. And I'm quite sure people are sitting around saying they'll never do that, but they'll do it. And the same thing in your life. People might say your vision, your dream won't come to pass, but they won't be saying it when you do it. They'll say it's impossible. They'll say you'll never be nothing, but you're going to have the last laugh. Because if God has shown it to you, He's already done it for you. He just simply gave you a picture of where you're supposed to go and how it's going to look like when you get there. That's why they call it vision. And the scripture constantly speaks. A lot of things that we enjoy in this world is a vision of an individual. Who would have thought that one day in a phone, you pretty much have your whole life in the phone? Or there's so many apps on the phone that you can almost get into a whole host of things. That was a vision. Or some of the things we enjoy is a vision of one person or a couple of people. However, it was something they saw that didn't nobody else see. I want to challenge you on today that God is going to begin giving us vision. He said in the last days that He will pour out His Spirit on all flesh, and that young people would see visions, and the elder would dream dreams, and we will watch things come to pass. Don't you think it's about time you get your sight together and begin to ask God to show you a vision of the gifts and talents that you have in you and you have the ability to do? Start dreaming. Now I want to hear from you. I want you to reach out to me on social media. Tell me what your vision is so I can pray with you and pray that you continue to stay focused on what God is showing you. Some of you are already dreaming right now. Let me pray with you so you can achieve it. If you're dreaming it, you're having a vision of it, trust me, you can do it. You can achieve it. And God wants to help you achieve that dream. The Bible constantly lets us know that God is the great provider. The provider means that God, for whatever you can dream, He's already set up the resources. He's just waiting on you to get started. So I want to hear from you. Don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. Welcome back to Action Coaching. Thankful that you joined us on tonight, and I trust talking about visions have been a great blessing to you. I can sense that some of you are saying now, yes, I see where I'm supposed to go, but I got off on another tangent, but I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna focus on the vision that I see for myself. that God-given dream that God has placed in my heart, that's what I'm going to do. And we are excited about it. Now, I want to encourage you to sit down and become a partner with Action Coaching. Support us financially so that we can expand and do bigger and better things with Action Coaching and reach more people. That is our desire to do. There's a link in my bio that will allow you to sow a generous seed faith offering for Action Coaching. And I want you to know, when you give into the things of God, God will give into the things that you desire. So I certainly want to challenge you to do that on today. So make sure you send us a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. We're going to pray that God continue to bless you, and we're going to continue to thank God for all of you that stand with us here. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.